Hey guys, welcome back to more Pirate Galaxy. In the last video I made a couple of promises, one that we would go to a new planet, and two, that we would go over the hangar more. After doing these missions again, I realized that we wouldn't have time for that in one video. So I'm going to go ahead and bag the hangar completely for now. If you want me to go over it in a later video, let me know in the comment sections below and I'll go ahead and do that. For now though, we're going to accept our next story mission. Get to meet a new character in this one. Cassius Rock. He's a pretty handsome looking dude. He runs the mines here on Kalabesh. We won't be seeing a lot of him throughout the game. I think he's only in like maybe 3 or 4 missions. So let's go meet him. I do want to correct a mistake I made in the last video real quick. When we were doing the mission Scouting Scouts, I mentioned that you could do the tutorial mission Steel Mantis Technology prior to it. I realized later that that was incorrect, and you must do Scouting Scouts to unlock that tutorial mission. So while we're on our way to the mission area here, I just want to go over this area of your heads-up display real quick. I didn't get a chance in the last video. This is your pilot profile. You can view different information about your ship and your profile here. Your buddy list, fairly simple. You can search pilots here. Clan profile. If you're in a clan, you'll be given about the same information about your clan as you would about yourself. The ladder is broken and silly, and I'm not going to talk about it much. If you want me to talk about it in a later video, let me know in the comments section. The shop is basically the same thing we saw in the hangar, with the different items and stuff. So we're going to take out these sentinels that we were ambushed by, and oh looky here, a blueprint. Now these sentinels do drop the Colonial Lifter. So it's a good mission to grind on. If you want to get that ship, it's a really nice ship. It'll last you through all the way to Lyris, which is the 3rd planet we'll be going to. Or I guess it's a moon, more accurately. And here we've arrived at the mission area. Now what Cassius Rock wants us to do is escort this transport, because even though he can replace the pilots, excuse me, the ore he's losing is pretty valuable. So what we're going to do is just click on this transporter and let it drag us where it needs to go. Just a few more buttons up here. The news section, if they want to tell you about something new that's happening, this button will glow orange. Settings, you can configure the game the way you like it, rather. Help, here you can find some frequently asked questions about different items in the game. You can contact a GM if one's online. If one is online, it would have dropped me into support chat, and I would have been able to speak to a GM directly. And this button just logs you out. So the goal of this mission is, Cassius Rock has been losing some transports, and he wants to know why. So we're going to follow him and see what's up. Alright, ambushed by a couple of sentinels here. No big deal. I don't think that was what's happened to the transports, though. But this one is now home safe. So we're going to wait for it to go in its little hidey hole, and then a second one's going to drop. Collect some energy while we're at it. It's a good place to stop and fill if you need it. Now this guy has some good advice over here. Don't sell your ships. It's a mistake a lot of people make. You never know when you're going to use a ship. There are events that will happen, and a lot of events have a mission attached to them. The same rule applies to event missions that applies to regular missions, in that you can't do missions in Vega with, say, Antares tech. You have to do it in Vega tech. So if you don't have a Vega ship, you'd have to go buy all that stuff back, and that can get expensive if you keep selling your stuff, especially in higher systems. Alright, so here we've got this little ball thing, and a new Mantis unit called Mantis Eliminators. We'll see these on Axiom, which is the next planet we're going to, and they are aggressive, which means they'll shoot at you just for flying near them. If we try to attack this scientist, we'll see that it has infinite hit points. What Darius wants us to do is destroy these eliminators instead. Not very tough little things. And even though he's invincible, he runs away when all his buddies are gone. So now we're just going to latch onto this transport again. You'll notice this mission just takes you in a big circle. You go start here, go around to here, and pick up the other transport, and then come back around to here. Not really too much interesting that happens from here on. Once you get past that part of the mission, the transport's safe, and you just follow it home. There's Cassius Rock, still patiently waiting. One thing I've always wanted is to see this ship fight, or maybe even fight this ship. It looks really big and tough, even though it doesn't have any blasters on it. That'd be one thing that's really cool, is to see Cassius Rock fight, I think. And mission complete. Repair up, and go to orbit. So what I realized when I was practicing the next mission is that I'm going to have trouble accepting missions throughout the next couple planets. The reason for this is a story event that happens on Lyris, which is the third planet we'll go to, and I don't want to ruin anything for you. So I'm going to go ahead and log out now and sign on to my noob account to do missions for the next couple planets. I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, I went ahead and logged onto the noob account so that we can do some more missions. The next mission we're going to do is ore smuggling. We're going to accept the mission, head down to the surface. So this mission is fairly simple. There's not too much to talk about, so if I run out of things, bear with me. One of the things I can talk about, so you notice that this account is only level 4. And I don't have access to pirate mode. I can't join a squadron or a clan. The squadrons unlock at level 5 if I'm not mistaken, and pirate mode and clans unlock at level 10. So we're going to get ambushed periodically by these sentinels. I went ahead and installed the standard ion blaster as opposed to the substandard. So they go down fairly quickly. This is also a good mission to grind on if you want the Colonial Lifter. There's also a spot in this area of the map somewhere where there are rank 4 sentinels that aren't related to a mission that drop it as well. So we're going to get ambushed one more time here. Now the goal of this mission This Cassius rock needs us to pick up some canisters for him and run on a little delivery mission. This is also, in effect, I suppose you could call it the boss mission of Kalabesh, even though the guy we're going to be fighting isn't really much of a boss. It's pretty simple to kill. So that's one canister. There are 3 different canisters we're going to have to pick up. Hey, look, this guy's on the same mission. When you see Ghost Mantis like that, it means that someone else is on a mission, and that Mantis only drops on a mission. You see, he's got the Sentinels here, and looky what dropped for us. These Ghost Sentinels I can't attack or interact with at all, and they can't attack me. The goal is really not for Mission Mantis to not impede with other players. We're just going to finish these guys off, and afterburn around the corner. So you don't have to fight these Sentinels, you can just afterburn away from them, but they give good experience. You can stop here and collect some E if you need it. Now that we've upgraded from our Phoenix tech to substandard and above, our items have started using energy. You notice the repair droid costs 10 energy to use right there. There is a cap to the amount of energy you can pick up. It's based on your level. Basically, levels 1 through 9 have an E cap of 1,000, and after that it increases by 125 E for each level. So we're going to fly around the corner here and fight our first boss of the game. Now once we get to the next planet, we're going to start using the blueprint system a little bit more. Up until now you've sort of been given all the tech, except for the afterburner, but from now on you're going to have to go out and find the blueprints for it. You can find more information on the blueprint system at the Hitchhiker's Guide to Pirate Galaxy, which the link is in the description for. It's got all the known BPs for the game listed, and also a lot of other cool stuff too. It's got information on each mission. It's got the different functions of the game, different hotkeys that aren't explained anywhere else that I've found. It's a great site, you should definitely check it out. It's run by V1 Hyper, he's a great guy. And that is mission complete. Pick up some E, and we'll go to orbit. Alright guys, so that is the last of the missions on Kalabesh. We can now accept the next mission, Interplanetary Travel, and go out to the Starmap, which we haven't been to before. F8 accesses the Starmap. Alright guys, so this account has already been out to the Starmap a couple of times. So it's going to look a little bit different when you come out for your first time. When you first come out, all the planets are going to be black and hazy like this. And you'll have one red line connecting Kalabesh and Axiom. Axiom is going to be the next planet you want to explore. To explore a planet, all you have to do is open your zone panel, and if you have enough cryonite to send a probe, you hit the explore button and wait the time. Or you can hyperjump the probe, which we'll go over in a second. There is an order which I recommend you explore these planets in. The CQ planets you're not going to be too interested in right away, because you're not going to really have a clan at this point, and the CQ planets is a clan thing. So the mission is going to tell you to explore the route to Axiom right away. After that, once you arrive at Axiom, before you start any missions, I highly recommend you come out and send a probe to Colossus. The reason for this is that Lyris, the next planet, can only be accessed after you explore Colossus. The same with Aurora, which is the final story planet in the system. After you explore Aurora, you can explore Phobos and get a hangar fairly near to Aurora, because Aurora actually doesn't have a hangar around it. After that, you can explore the Vega Stargate, which you'll be using after you complete all the story missions in the system. I highly recommend you get out and explore these planets early, so that you're not waiting on probes later. For now, though, we just need to travel to Axiom. So we're going to click the travel button, and you can see there's a timer here. It will take us 2 minutes to get there. Traveling is pretty boring. Nothing happens. You can just sit here and sort of watch the planets go by if you want, or look at the pretty lights. There's also the hyper jump option, which I mentioned a second ago. For a small amount of E, you can instantly travel to a planet, which is what we'll do now. Alright guys, we've arrived in orbit of Axiom. I think that about covers it for this video. Next time we'll start the story missions on Axiom and meet a couple new people, hopefully. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments in the section below. And as far as posting, I am going to change my posting schedule a little bit. I realized that if I only posted once a week, it could take up to 4 years to finish the game. So instead, I'm going to be posting as much as I possibly can with the next few weeks. The story missions will get longer and longer to the point where we might have to do only one per video. I know this video is already running a little bit long, and we've only done 3 missions. So don't forget to tune in next time. I'll see you guys then.